mom of the Baker Girls, and in the upcoming weeks I'm going to be showing you some of my favorite things, and this week is the twin edition. The first item I want to share with you is the Halo Twin Bassinet. Now I know it's a little pricey, but if it's something you can get, I think it's a complete lifesaver. The first feature I love about it is that it easily rotates, so you can get access to each baby. Also, the sides bend down with just a little bit of pressure, so you can easily reach in to soothe the baby or pick up a baby. This was a lifesaver for me as a mom who had a C-section when I was in bed and I could just reach over and easily access one of the babies. Also on this side, there's buttons, and they are for sound, vibrations, and calming music for the baby when they're sleeping. The mattresses come out and you can individually buy sheets for both sides, and I love that the middle has a mesh divider so that the babies can still see each other and feel like they're near each other but have their own separate space. So in my opinion, this is totally worth it.
This is my girls when they were just 2 months old in the Halo Twin Bassinet. Mamas, hold on tight because time just flies by. Once they started rolling over and propping themselves up, we knew it was time to switch to the crib.
Another one of my favorite things are these 2 bottle warmers by Abbott. Now it may seem like a simple thing, but this twin mom hack was life-saving for me. When you have hungry babies, waiting an extra 4 to 5 minutes for 1 bottle to warm seems like an eternity. And I think it's completely worth the $30 on Amazon to get a second one. So we did, and they're really easy to use, they're easy to clean, they're great to travel with, and I think this is a must-have for twin moms. Another one of my favorite things is this, and it's called the Table for Two. And this was a lifesaver for me when I was feeding 2, because one of the first questions I had was, how do you feed 2 babies at once? And this was an answer for me. So if you were bottle feeding 2 babies, you put them in, there's adjustable straps, and they're at a reclined position, which helps a lot if your baby has reflux, like one of mine did. And it has rests here for your arms when you're holding their bottles, and cup holders on each side that you can put their bottles in. This is a great way for your babies to drink bottles at the same time, and then as they get older, they can still sit in this independently and hold their bottles up until about age 1. So this Table for Two was an amazing thing that we got. The inserts come out and can be easily washed. Even though it's white, I think it stayed pretty clean, and it's easy to move. It has a carrying strap on the back, and we can bring it with us to someone's house if we need to, if we're traveling, and I think it's completely worth it.
This is one of my favorite pictures of the girls of all times. This is when they first started holding hands, and now they do it all the time unprompted. It's so sweet.
Another one of my favorite things is this play area by Baby Care. Now, one of the things I was looking for when trying to get a play area for the girls was something that was first big enough for both of them to have enough room to run and play, and something that was safe and easy to clean. And I think that this play area solved all of those things for me. Now it's taken apart, as you can see. They're a little bit older now and they needed more room to run, so we kind of just used it as a barricade for parts of our room, so to keep them safe from like the fireplace and the door. But I'll insert a picture here of what it looks like when it's all put together.
This was their first time in the play area and right before we bought the mat.
We found that it works really well with the mat that you can purchase separately. I think it's completely worth it, especially if you have hardwood floors, for when little ones are first crawling and walking and taking some spills. It's also really easy to clean and wipe down. The sides are an easy to clean plastic, and they don't really hurt if they have any bumps in this. And most importantly, I think it's big enough for 2 babies, and as you can see, lots of toys. And the entrance to it comes with a door, and I know a lot of these play areas for kids don't come with doors. You have to climb over it, and as a parent, especially if you're holding one of your babies, that can be a dangerous thing. So I love that this has an easy to open door for parents, not easy for little fingers to get to as the door is on the outside, and definitely something I would recommend as your little ones get a little older and start crawling and walking.
Here's the girls when they were a little bit older and with the mat in the play area.
Another one of my favorite things, and probably the item we get the most questions and comments about when we're out, are these lobster chairs by Phil and Ted's. I got them as a shower gift from a good friend, and I love them. They take the place of high chairs, and they are so good at saving space and making it easy to travel, especially when you have to have two of everything. So in order to use these, you just need a counter that is at least 2 inches in depth. And in order to put them on, you just kind of clamp in and tighten underneath on the lobster chairs. They have these trays that are easy to remove for an eating surface and really easy to clean and wipe down. And they have shoulder straps that are adjustable for the baby. Now, if you're like me, my first question in seeing these was, oh my goodness, is this safe? And my husband eased my worries by doing a kettlebell test with me, and we put a 30-pound kettlebell in the lobster chair, and it's been sitting here the whole time, and you can see it's still really sturdy and really safe for a baby to be in while they're eating. My favorite thing about them, I think, is when you go out and you're at a restaurant, you can have both babies on the same side of the table, which is great for space. You can have kind of one on each end of the table and a parent in between. Either way, I just think that these are a great accessory to have when you're out and traveling, and something I...
Here you can see how both the lobster chairs fit side by side at the end of a table, and here you can see how they can fit on opposite sides and really nicely in a booth when you're at a restaurant.
This is one of my favorite things for breastfeeding. It's the My Breast Friend breastfeeding pillow, and it works great if you have 2 babies that you're trying to tandem nurse, which I did try for a while, and kudos to you mamas if that's something you could do. I had a hard time with it, so I ended up nursing them individually, but it works well for that as well. So in order to put it on, there is a buckle on the side, and it kind of snaps around your a little bit above your waist. There's a back lumbar support that is removable if you'd like to take it out. It's really comfortable, and as it's foam to sit with. And then you can have either 2 babies, one on each side, maybe football style, or 1 baby in front of you. There is a pocket, which I thought was so neat, where you can put your phone, a water bottle, things that you need. And this cover is removable, so it's really easy to clean, and comes with a carrying case, so it's easy to store and transport. So I think this is a great thing for twin moms for breastfeeding. Another one of my favorite things is the double stroller by UPPAbaby, the UPPAbaby Vista. My favorite thing about it is that it has stadium seating, which is rare to find in a double stroller. So it's not extra wide and bulky when getting through like doorways and crowds. It has stadium seating, so the car seats are actually more stacked on top of each other. Actually, one of the questions we get asked most when we're out in public with this stroller is who goes on top, and if we rotate, who gets to go on top? And the answer is yes, we do rotate. And although some babies have preferences about who goes on top, it has sunshades with a little vent on it. We bought some of the extras like a snack cup and snack tray. You can see them using it right now, and a cup for drinks. Right now they have the rumble seat and the toddler seat in because they're 17 months, but later I'll show you what the infant seats look like in here. And it has big wheels, which make it really easy to go in grass or tougher terrain. And even though this stroller is a little pricey, I think it's worth it if you're looking for a stroller that'll give you longevity through many years and maybe multiple children. So overall, I definitely think the stroller is worth it.
The UPPAbaby also comes with a bassinet, and I ended up purchasing a second one, so I had one for each baby, and here we're taking our first bassinet walk once the weather warmed up after they were born. This is what the stadium seating looks like with the 2 infant carriers. There's also lots of room for cargo underneath, and also for any 4-legged friends that would like to come along with you.
Another one of my favorite things and an amazing summer find was this outdoor tent by California Beach Company. It has a cover that's easy to put on or take off to help block from the sun. It has a vent on the outside so you can still see your little ones inside. It has a door for easy access in and out, and you can buy separately a mat to go in the bottom. I would highly recommend buying the mat just because that way there's kind of a cushion for them in between them and the ground and any like uneven surfaces or twigs or anything like that. And the mat's super easy to clean up. And this has been amazing for us when we go and we're outside, either in the backyard like we are now, or at a beach, or at a park. This is just so easy to set up and to have the girls inside, and it gives them enough room for two to move around and play. And that's been one of the biggest things for us, is finding something big enough for both girls to be able to run around in. And I think that this is an amazing thing for that. So I would highly recommend getting this.
We were able to use it at the beach this summer, and it came in handy for providing a safe place for the girls as well as protecting them from the sun and sand.
The last item I'm going to be sharing with you today is our monitor, and it's the Eufy Space View monitor. And my husband Grant actually did a lot of research on this, so he's going to be talking to you about this.
In researching baby monitors for twins, I found that most monitors weren't capable of supporting two cameras. Fortunately, this one was. You can see with the push of a button, I can just rotate between the sleeping babies. I can also go into the menu and I can cycle the cameras so that every 5 seconds it just does the work for me, which is very nice. Also, at the same time, we've got the option to speak to the babies through the monitor itself. And it's got nice handy up and down volume, just like on your phone right at the top. With the setup of the cameras, there is an option for the standard lens, which you're able to see here, and a wide-angle lens, which is what we initially used when we only had one camera in the room. It lets you see more of the room, but less detail. So it was nice for prior to us getting the second camera in, but once we got the second camera, we only needed the standard lenses. With the company itself, we have their robot vacuum, and we liked the quality of that, so we also chose to stick with that brand and go with this Space View monitor of theirs. And Eufy's customer service is pretty great as well. We had an issue with the first monitor we received from them, and over the phone they tried troubleshooting some issues with me. Unfortunately, that didn't work, but they went ahead and sent me a new one without any question, and a box and label to return the defective one. It came pretty quickly, and we were up and running again. And if you wanted to just turn off the picture itself, you can still hear the babies, and that's nice for when you're sleeping.
If you have any other twin products that you love, please share them with us in the comments. My goal here is to be a motivation, an encouragement, and a resource to moms, as I hope to build a community here. So I hope to hear from you, and I'll see you in the next video.